Ready.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבר אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבר אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבר אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבר אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבר אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבר אחים גם יחד. Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi.
Good Shabbos, Carl. Shabbat Shalom, everybody out there. I wish that you could kind of see what happens right before the camera goes on, because I just threw Carl a little bit of a curveball and asked him to change up about 2 minutes ago, because I wanted to start with that song, Hine Ma Tov, and how good it is for us to be together tonight. I wish we were sitting in the same room. I wish we could sit together, and I hope you join us tomorrow for a beautiful Yismechu service. There are some times when it feels like we need our community just a little more, and this is one of those weekends when we see what's going on in the news, when we get the texts and the tweets and the updates of the horrors going on. I told the board this last night. We had a board meeting, and I was sharing that a friend of mine sent me a text, a tweet of a father in the Ukraine saying goodbye to his son, putting him on a bus, a little boy, because the father had to stay home to fight. And I couldn't watch the whole clip. I just started crying. And I want, for the next however long we're together, however long you have to spend with us this evening, to just take comfort in your community, to take comfort in our community. I'm so glad that we're here tonight, Carl. It's a little cold in here, but I'm glad that we're together. And I don't normally make a pitch for Shabbat morning services, but tomorrow morning, 9:30 Yismechu, if you're in need of spiritual uplift, join us tomorrow and you'll get some. For now, let's begin our service on page 10 with Yedid Nefesh. As we reach out to God, we ask God to reach out to us like a spouse, like a lover, like a partner, and we welcome in Shabbat on page 10.
Yedid Nefesh Al HaRachaman Mishoch Avdach Eretzona Yarutz Avdach Kimo Aya Yishtachavemu Hadara Ki erev lo yediduta Minofet suv vechotam Hadulahem Ziv haolam Nafshi cholat Ahavatach Ana elna Rifana lah Beharolach Noam ziva Az titchazek v'titrapeh V'hayita lach Shivchat olam
Wow. Good Shabbos, Carl.
Shabbos, Rabbi.
I'm moved by the beauty of your voice and the neshama. Let's continue. Page 11, Psalm 95.
Let's go. Lichu nira nina, lichu nira nina, lichu nira nina, Ladonai, lichu nira nina, lichu nira nina, lichu nira nina, Ladonai. Naria, Naria, litzo yishenu nekar mafana bitoda. Naria, Naria, litzo yishenu bez mi rod Naria lo. Lichu nira nina, lichu nira nina, lichu nira nina, Ladonai. Lichu nira nina, lichu nira nina, lichu nira nina, Ladonai. Ki el gadol Adonai malach gadol. Ki hu Elohim. Page 12 at the marker, Rabbi.
All right, let's do it.
Arba'im shana.
Arba'im shana.
Akud bido.
Akud bido.
Vahoma. Am to'elevav hey.
Am to'elevav hey.
V'hem lo yadu.
V'hem lo yadu.
Derachai.
Derachai.
Asher nishbati v'yapi. Im yivaun el menuchati. Shiru Ladonai, Shichada, Shiru Ladonai, Kol haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Bachushmo Basru Miyom, Liyom Yeshuato, Sapru Vagoyim, Kevodom, Bechol ha'amim, Niflotav, Ki Gado Adonai, O Meholah, Meholah, Norahu, Al Kol Elohim, Ki Kol Elohei Hamim Elim Vadonai Shamayim Asa Od V'Hadar Lefanav Oz V'Tiferet B'Miktasho Havu Ladonai Mishpachot Amim Havu Ladonai Kavod V'Oz Havu Ladonai Kevod Shimo Seo Mincha Uvo Ulechatz Rotav Yishtachav Ladonai Ba'arot Kodesh Yismechu Hashemayim V'tagel Haaretz V'yamim יעלו שדי וכל אשר בו יעלו שדי די 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 אז ירננו כל עצי יער 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 יעלו שדי וכל אשר בו יעלו שדי איי 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 לפני אדוני קיווה לשפוט הארץ ישפוט תבל בצדק ועמים באמונתו.
Are you ready for that Or Zarua?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the light is sown for the righteous and joy for the upright. Or Zarua, page 16.
Or Zarua לצדיק ולשלב שמחה. Or Zarua לצדיק ולשלב שמחה. Or Zarua לצדיק ולשלב שמחה. ולשלב שמחה. Or Zarua לצדיק ולשלב שמחה. ולשלב שמחה. Or Zarua לצדיק ולשלב שמחה. Or Zarua לצדיק ולשלב שמחה. שמחו צדיקים באדוני הודו לזכר קודשו.
All right. We're going to turn now. Ooh, there we go. That's a little better. What page are we on, Carl?
Looks like 21, Rabbi.
Page 21 for Psalm 29.
מזמור לדוד. הבו לאדוני בני אלים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז, הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, השתחוו לאדוני באדרת קודש, כל אדוני על המים, אל הכבוד הרים. אדוני על מים רבים, כל אדוני בכוח, כל אדוני בהדר, כל אדוני שובר ארזים, וישבר אדוני את ארזי הלבנון, ויקידם כמו עגל לבנון, וציון כמו בן רמים, כמו בן רמים. כל אדוני חוצה לעבוד אש, כל אדוני יכיל מדבר, יכיל אדוני מדבר קדש, כל אדוני יכול להעלות, ויחשוף ירום, ובהיכלו כולו אומר כבוד, כולו אומר כבוד. אדוני למבול ישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם, אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יבורך לעמו בשלום.
In a moment, we're going to do the Ana B'Koach on page 22. It is a beautiful, mystical prayer that calls unto God, that we call out to God, asking God to undo this exile, to answer the prayers of those who seek God's unity. And do you mind, Carl, if we do it in English?
Ooh.
I just want to do it in English first.
You mean read it in English?
Yeah, and then we'll sing it.
Sure.
The problem with English readings is sometimes we read prayers of beauty and poetry with the gusto and emphasis and emotion of a tax code or phone book. So I'm going to get a little emotional, at least get a little pumped up. If you would, God, may your mighty right hand undo the knot that ties us up. Accept the prayers of your people. You who are revered, raise us up, cleanse us, all of your people. Almighty, if you would, guard as the apple of your eye those who seek your unity, and I'm going to add, those who understand your unity in the creation of all humanity. Bless them, cleanse them, have compassion upon them, always act justly towards them. Mighty Holy One, in your abundant goodness, guide your people. Alone exalted, turn to your people who invoke your holiness. Listen to our pleas, listen to the pleas of all who are suffering. Hear our cries, knowing the hidden depths within us. Praise the name of the one whose glorious sovereignty is forever and ever, the sovereign to whom we all must give credit, the sovereign who binds us all, who unites us all, as we sing Anna B'Koach.
Ana b'choach, golat yimincha, tatir tzura, kapel rina, amcha sagveinu, Tareinu nora, Ana b'choach, golat yimincha, tatir tzura, kapel rina, amcha sagveinu, Tareinu nora. Page 23. Yai, 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 yai. Yai, 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 yai. Yai, bye, bye, bye. Yai, bye, 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 bye. Yai, bye, 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 bye. Lecha dodi, lecha dodi, likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nikabela, Shamo v'zacho b'dibur echad, Hishmianu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad, U'shemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet ולתהילה לך דודי לקראת קהלו פני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה ומחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה מקדש מלך ימלוכה קומיצי מתוך אפיך רב לך שבט ימי הבכה והוא יחמו עלייך חמלה לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה. Page 25. לחתולי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה לחתולי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה והיו למשסוס עוזייך ורחקו כל מבולייך יסיס עולייך אלוהייך שמסוס חתם על קהלה לחדולי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה לחדולי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תעריצי על יד איש בן פרצי ונשמחה ונגלה לחדולי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה. We face the doorway to greet the Shabbos bride. Boi v'shalom ateret bala גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה לחתולי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה לחתולי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה יאי די 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 יאי די 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 יאי די יאי די דו די דו די יאי די די יאי די די יאי די יאי די די
Shabbat is here. I don't know about you, Carl, but I need it. I need to welcome Shabbat as we sing the psalm for Shabbat. See that segue? We'll sing the psalm for Shabbat, Psalm 92 on page 27.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת טוב להודות לאדוני מזמור שיר ליום השבת טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון ולזמר לשמך עליון להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות. צדיק התמה יפרח, כארז בלבנון יזכה, שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו. עוד ינובון בשפת שנים ורעננים יהיו, להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא עוולתה בו. עדותיך נאמנו מאוד, לביתך נא בקודש אדוני לאורך ימים.
Yeah.
Welcome Shabbat.
Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here.
Kaddish Yatom.
No, we'll do that in a little bit.
Oh,
No, we're
okay,
going to do.
sorry.
I'm going to speak for a couple minutes.
Right.
Not more than 40, I promise. Do you ever have, Carl? Do you ever have friends? You and Nancy have friends that you love them and you're friends with them, but none of their friends really are your friends. I don't know.
I'm with you. I get it.
So I've had that in my life, and I'll never forget the piece of advice, or maybe just an observation from a family member I got. And he was saying, look at your friends and how they organize their own friends. What is the common denominator? And some people like beautiful people, some people like wealthy people, some people like intelligent people. And I'll never forget, I was at a simcha of someone. I'm not going to come close to identifying them. And I realized I loved this person. I still love this person. I didn't like their friends. This person, the unifying thing with their friends, I'm not even going to use a gender, the unifying thing of all the friends was intelligence. And I realized in that moment, and this is a long time ago, I realized in that moment that intelligence is not what I'm looking for in friends. Now, my friends are all smarter than I, so that just happens to, maybe it's not that difficult. But that's not what I value. I guess that's what I mean. That's not what I value in a friend. I don't value only being able to talk about theology, philosophy, psychology, metaphysics, whatever. I value something else. And we know the word in Hebrew, if you do, for intelligent or intelligence, it's the first child that's mentioned in the Cedar. It's the Chacham, the Chacham, right? Some of you may have grown up hearing the word Chacham or Talmud Chacham, right? But in this week's Parsha, there's that word, Chacham, modified. And it says, and I love this phrase. God, when the Mishkan is being built, isn't just looking for Chacham. God is looking for Chochmat, or intelligence, Lev, intelligence of heart. And the rabbis latch onto this beautiful expression, as they should. And it makes me think about what Chochmat Lev is. And Nachmanides, the Ramban, not to be confused with Maimonides, Rambam, lived later, different place. He interprets this idea of Chochmat Lev as two different things. As the Spirit of God, that is wisdom and understanding. And I want to go a little further into what this idea of Chochmat Lev is. I think wisdom is definitely one of them. We live in an age, in an era, if you want to know, as we were talking before services, what Galicia, exactly where Galicia was, or who played third base for the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1975, or whatever statistic or piece of knowledge you ever want, it's at your fingertips. So we have information. We have chokhmah. But that's not chokhmat lev. That's not wisdom. Wisdom is different. Chokhmat lev has also been interpreted as emotional intelligence, as understanding, having compassion for others. I think one of the reasons early on, I moved to Los Angeles in 2000, 22 years ago almost. And I worked at the Wiesenthal Center. And I was young, in my early 20s. Gives you an idea of how old I am now. And I remember learning about the Wannsee Conference. The Wannsee Conference, is a place in Germany. It was where they came up with the final solution. And the men that sat around that table were intelligent, had chachma. They were PhDs, they were well educated. But they weren't wise, and they had no emotional intelligence, because intelligence is not a buffer against evil. So for me, when I look for friends, I look for goodness. I look not for chokhmah, though they have it in droves. I look for chokhmat lev. I look for friends that are emotionally intelligent, that have wisdom, that have compassion. And the third thing that chokhmat lev has been interpreted because of the way it's used in the Parsha, it's used in the Parsha to talk about a man named Betzalel. And Betzalel was the first artisan. He made things for the Mishkan. He made some of the most beautiful pieces, the menorah, etc. And he's described as having chokhmat lev, which is the last idea of what it might be. Creativity. For me, chokhmat lev, creativity, a spark, seeing the world. I heard a 96-year-old who just passed away, sadly, described as the world's oldest 11-year-old. And I love that. Chokhmat lev, creativity. Chokhmat lev, emotional intelligence, compassion. Chokhmat lev, wisdom. These are the things I seek. These are the things that I cherish. I'm, God willing, going to be married in 30 days. And I stumbled upon this woman, almost literally, who's beautiful and intelligent, has chokhmah, but her chokhmat lev, the most compassionate, understanding, creative, emotionally intelligent person. Think about tonight what it is that leads you to be a friend with someone. How do we gather our friends? How do you gather your friends? What is it that it means to come together? Would you want intelligent people, chokhmah, or is chokhmat lev more important? The answer is for you and you alone. And I think in this world today, we have a lot of intelligence, a lot of knowledge. Don't know that we have a lot of wisdom. I think we're sorely lacking in that. And so we'll talk more about the lev, the heart. Here's another plug for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, 9:30. I hope to see you there. Shabbat Shalom. Carl, you wanted to do a special song, right?
Yeah.
Should I do an intro or you want to go right in? God who makes peace in heaven, bring peace onto the earth. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom on us, aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, on all of Israel, and I will add Ve'al Kol Ha'olam, on the whole world.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו, אמן. יעשה שלום, maker of peace. Shalom Aleinu, bring that peace to us. Everyone in Israel and around the world. Ose Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael. Yase Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael. Yase Shalom, maker of peace. Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, V'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, V'meru, Amen.
We're going to do the Kaddish Yatom. And before we go into the Shalom Aleichem afterwards, I'm going to do one other thing. Okay. In our community this week, we commemorate the yard sites of Jane Beck and Solomon Azarmi, of George Novikov and Helen Slavit, and of Louis Sussman. I want to invite you to join me in the Mourner's Kaddish, the Kaddish Yatom. Now, some of you have heard me, it's on page 30 in your Cedar, some of you have heard the Kaddish that I do, and we're thinking about that part of the world, and I think about the Galitzia, and I think about the Litvach, and I think about Anatevka, Tevya, I think about the Jewish world that was in that part of the world. And when I say Kaddish with the sing-songy way that I do, and the sa instead of the ta, for me, that's me saying Kaddish for a community, the community that my family hails from, saying Kaddish for them and keeping their memory alive. So I know it's new for some, but we're on page 30, and I invite you to say the Mourner's Kaddish with me. Yiskadal v'yiskadash shemei Rabbi, be'alma divrach Yerusei v'yamlich malchusei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayei dechol beis Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach, le'olam ulmei olmaya. Yisbarach v'yishtabach, v'yishba'ar v'yisromam v'yisnasei, v'yisadar v'yisale v'yisalal, shemei dekudesha b'richu, le'ela min kol berchasa v'shirasa, tushbechasa v'nechemasa, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'al kol ha'olam, ve'imru amen. Before we conclude with the Shalom Aleichem, I'm going to do something that I normally do at my home. I wish I knew off the top of my head what page it was on. I apologize for the moment this is going to take me. Sorry, Luis. You know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to say, and if you want to say it with me, a prayer for the children. Every Friday night we bless our children. There are many children whose parents aren't there to bless them tonight, and so we're going to bless them and our own together. Yisimchem, first the boys. Yisimchem Elohim ke'Ephraim u'chemenashe u'kesara Rivka Rachel v'Leah. And for the girls, Yisimchein Elohim kesara Rivka Rachel v'Leah u'ke'Ephraim u'chemenashe. May God make you like Ephraim and Manasseh and Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, and to all the children. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God watch over and care for you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May God's face shine upon you and deal graciously with you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face shine upon you, and may God grant you peace and peace in this world as we sing, we say Amen to that blessing, and we sing a song of shalom, of peace. The angels of Shabbat should bring peace to us and to the world.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharim, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Rochem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu, Mi l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yai rai rai, yai rai rai rai, yai rai 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 boy rai, yai rai 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 yai. Shabbat shalom, Rabbi.
Shabbat shalom. May it be a happy, healthy, peaceful Shabbat for us, all our friends, and our loved ones. Amen.
Amen.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom.